Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. Go. Yeah. So in the backswing, you are basically bringing the arms and club up to this position here. But what you need to feel is have a faster motion so that you actively slow this down. Instead of just nicely just bringing it up here. So we need more dynamics here. Go. And then I want you to have a bit bigger backswing. So perhaps the club goes on, the club head goes down here. So you can see the club head on your left side. Okay. And as I said in the feedback session, the swing plane is all okay. Okay, but the only thing is we need to increase the dynamics. So particularly during the backswing, you need to activate your right leg, awaken your right leg, and then with that you have active slowdown of the backswing with a bit bigger motion, and then from there try to go downswing. Then you will be able to increase the unweighting near the top of backswing, and also you will be able to interact with the ground using the leader leg right away. Okay, so and then the rope swing is a good way to increase the dynamics in the swing. This rope is quite flexible here. So in order to control the rope well, you have to maintain good tension here. Okay? So for example, if you turn the rope like this, so although you're not moving the arms that much, but with the body action here, you maintain good tension so you can control the motion. Or something like this, or even the other way. Okay, you can still do that. So in order to control the rope motion, you have to maintain good tension. So I'll use the expression talking to the rope or communicating with the rope. You have to constantly communicate through the tension. Okay? And particularly when you swing the rope, toward the end, it can get loose. You lose the tension. It's important to maintain good tension at the end of the backswing so that you can influence the rope motion right away in the downswing here. So you should have active backswing. Let the end of the rope go all the way and hit your chest here, and then from there, let go. And then in doing this, the goal is to move the end of the rope fast enough. So more than anything, you have to pay attention to motion of the end of the rope here. Throw, 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 instead of having excessive body motion here. So when you can move the end of the rope really well, that means your body motion is well timed. So you can really use the lower body to assist the upper body turn. Right. Okay? So swing back and forth continuously. And in doing that, again, feel the motion of the end of the rope. The key is the end of the rope. Swing, swing. Make the backswing a bit faster. So the advantage of making the backswing faster is that the rope will hit against your body. Now, in the transition, remember in your data, you had really short the transition phase. Right. Because you want to start the downswing with the arm action here. So you stop here and then try to use the arm to go down.
The rope close together.
Yeah, but image this motion here.
So that's the
Yeah,
separation.
so coiling. Yeah, coiling. So by having active backswing, you let the shoulders and arms and the rope go this way while your pelvis slows down and then change the direction. So you need to have that coiling and the wind up. and then throw the end of the rope. Mhm. Yeah, so now the body motion is more continuous. So instead of just to go and stop here and then try to use the arms and to go down here,
Right.
you have this wind up and then let it go, wind up and let it go. The easiest way to create that coiling is having active backswing. That using the momentum, you can let the shoulder go more, so you'll be able to create the separation.
Right. So it's getting the speed here and letting it get thrown out.
Yeah. Let it go and then let the arms also turn around your body. And so mostly initially it's just like you keep the arms against your chest here and then turn together. Then you will be able to practice how to use the body to turn this. And at the end, you're adding the arm motion here. Come down here and then adding the arm motion
The
here.
energy throws the arms up. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So by having the image of turning the whole thing with the body action, then you'll be able to use the bigger muscles here. But again, swing back and forward. Particularly pay attention to the motion of the end of the rope. So try to move the end of the rope fast
Okay.
instead of having another body motion.
Okay.
So here, without moving the body a lot, still you can generate
A lot of
So-
speed.
yeah. My body is not moving that much,
Right.
but because everything is timed well, so I'm really promoting good fast motion of the end of the rope.
Here.
So that's the key. Yeah. Yeah. So then, when you try to throw the arms and rope well, then particularly end of the backswing to the downswing, you have to use the body motion and throw. So that means your body will have to have good, shoulder will have to have good, wind up from here, throw. Wind up and throw. So in your imaging, in the backswing, the main goal is to turn shoulder enough. Even at the end, try to give extra shoulder turn. Extra shoulder. Instead of looking down this and try to pull this down here, your goal in the backswing is give extra shoulder turn here. This is what you need in the backswing. And with the wind up, automatically you will be able to just throw.
Let it throw.
Yeah. You have the feel of using the shoulder turn and throw. And then, so in the backswing, you need to have the image of pushing the ground by using the right leg. In order to push the ground, you have to extend the knee with that, try to bring the hip higher and also the shoulder higher here.
Okay.
Instead of going this way here, try to shift the pelvis a bit more and then stand on the right side. Yeah. Yeah. And also one thing, remember in the data, you have tendency of rotating the body too much, right?
Right.
It's because your gaze is down here.
Okay.
Then you can easily turn this. So try to have this image.
And you were saying that my right leg was not.
So it's the head is going backward.
Right, and the weight or the pressure was moving this way too early.
So at the top of the backswing, you should have slight reverse pivot posture here.
Okay.
In order to go to reverse pivot posture, this side should be higher. And then with this, your head still stays here. And then your head has to turn. If something is holding the hairs here, and when you try to just turn, reach out here, turn here, and the head is held here, then you will go to this position here. So the pelvis is shifted this way, and you have a feel of slight reverse pivot posture. When you go to reverse pivot posture, you are limiting the turn here.
Okay.
But in the backswing, if your gaze is down here, turn this
Yeah,
way,
keep rotating, yeah.
then you have over rotation. So the head motion here. In terms of the head motion, you're going more this way here. So lift the chin a little bit. Yeah. And then assume slight reverse pivot posture, then you will be able to bring the right side up and also limit the turn here. So when the backswing goes a bit inward that way, then it will affect the downswing motion.
Right.
So now, as you do, again, try to bring the right side higher and have a reverse pivot posture. Also, try to throw the rope toward me. So you are
Going that way.
Yeah, you are swinging the rope toward me. Now we have to control the direction of the swing. Yeah, this motion you don't have an outward swing. But with the club, you have a tendency of outward swing. But
Right.
with the rope actually goes either this way or slightly inward right now. So with the rope, you cannot manipulate it with the hand motion. So you have to guide it correctly. Currently, your body motion gives a more square, neutral, or slightly inward swing. But for some reason, with the club, you tend to go outward.
Yeah, it's that late acceleration, it seems like where I'm trying to create some speed, and like you said, everything's blurring together at the
Yeah.
top.
Currently, what I see in your swing is that in your original swing, you were going this way here. But now, what I see is you're turning this way here. But that's the difference.
It's matching what's happening in backswing though. This and creating
Yeah.
that kind of turn.
And then also you start using the body better. So that's why you can turn more this way.
Right.
So keep that. Again, try to move the end of the rope faster. Swing, swing, keep swinging. Swing, rhythmic swing, up and down, slight up and down motion, and then dance, dance, dance as you swing back and forth. Swing, swing, dance, 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 dance. Okay. Yeah. So that rhythmic motion, dancing motion, automatically promotes good transition here.
Okay,
Because when you have rhythmic motion, your body never stops.
right.
So swing, dance, 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 dance. Okay. Yeah, it's quite rhythmic now. You see your lower body is also moving with that. The only thing is that let's go to the end of the backswing position here. If you look at this here, the rope is arched like this, and the hands are a bit low here.
Okay.
So actually the rope position should be a bit lower. So instead of the rope going over here and then coming down this way, the rope has to go this way. So
So that's,
still you are sort of moving the hands a bit more inward here, but try to bring this a bit higher
Yeah,
here.
more out.
Yeah. So one good way to do that is so using the rope with the one arm here, put the left hand below the elbow. Then remember, when we looked at data, during the backswing, your elbow pretty much moves along the swing plane here.
Right.
So this serves as a swing plane here. Then as you swing, if the rope goes this way, the hand goes a bit higher. It's not lifted intentionally,
Right.
just this natural movement here. When you just flip it here, and then give a supination of the forearm here, and while the elbow is moving along the swing plane, then this happens here.
okay, right.
Then the rope will come down like this. But if the hands are a bit lower, then it goes flat here. Yeah. So bring the right side a bit higher.
Go do one arm or?
Yeah, one arm. And then more down here. And then keep the hands right below the elbow here. Yeah. And the reverse pivot posture at the top. And then throw, try to snap and throw, yes. Throw. So the key here is maintaining the tension at the top when you do one arm swing here. Maintain the tension here, then you will be able to influence the motion of the rope right away.
Okay.
So from here, try to throw. Throw, 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 instead of going deep here.
I got you.
Yeah. Because what happens is that the rope accelerates here and they have a maximum speed down here.
Mhm.
So you have to have a good acceleration here by maintaining the tension here. From here, throw, throw, throw. And then when you throw, then this motion is simply continuation of
Right.
the down.
Once you do
down
this,
swing
that's
motion.
gonna happen.
Yeah. So, and then when you try to throw, the body action, the rhythmic action helps. Because essentially you're throwing the rope using body
Use
motion.
your legs, yeah.
Yeah. Throw early, throw. Good, wind up and throw, wind up, throw, wind up, throw, wind up, throw. Yeah. So that one arm rope swing with the right arm only, that's really good. So you'll be able to practice this motion.
Mhm.
Again, by watching my motion, you can see the key point here.
Yeah.
So instead of just the swinging here, you want to develop active leg action. This is a body motion here. And then throw. Yeah, so as if you are shaking something off. So at the end of the rope,
But you feel the rhythm of your legs creating that.
yeah. At the end of the rope, you have something. So you want to shake it off. Use the rhythmic body action. Throw. That good throwing action is coming from good wind up and throw. Wind up and throw. So wind up becomes more important. Okay, now both hands. And I still maintain that kind of throwing action. So that throwing action is similar to this. So when you use the club here, up here, so go up here and then this action.
So you feel it getting.
So initially, when you use good body rhythm here, you should be able to do this and then let it go. But if you don't have a good connection with the club, and then your body turns quite a bit, and then try to do something.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a delayed. And then your pelvis will slide like this. But if you use the right leg well, this bouncing action is coming from the right leg action. And then throw. So the same to this. So again, with the rope swing, try to have earlier action. Yeah. Oh, now it's a lot clearer. Yes. Yeah. So earlier you had the tendency of still going deep inside, but
Right.
now,
I didn't feel anything from my right leg like I am now.
yeah, now you're really throwing. Yes. Swing, throw with rhythmic action. Throw, dance, swing, throw, good. you see now how rhythmic your swing motion is. So the rope swing is really good to develop this body dance or rhythmic motion here. Dance, swing, throw, good. You see your left leg is now straightened here. Let me record from here that you will see the body posture. So the same thing, using this bouncing action, rhythmic action, try to throw the rope. Kick the ground both ways. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Good.
It gives my left leg time, because everything's happening a little bit earlier.
Kick the ground both ways. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Now you can stand on the left leg.
Right.
So as you see here, particularly in the backswing, you have a wind up and connected the shoulder motion to the downswing.
I can still get my shoulders to be a little bit slower.
So you can go a bit more active. So currently your shoulder goes about this much here and then coming up, but a bit more here. Then you will feel the tension here.
Correct.
So when you shoot an arrow, develop tension and then let it go here. And then when you use a swing, if your kid is let's say John Michael is riding the swing here, they wait until this is done and then push, and then push, right? So the backswing here, you have good wind up, and then when it's completed, then you throw. So having more time in the transition by using the momentum of the body. So try to turn, give an extra shoulder turn at the end of the backswing. Using that, let it go. So use the shoulder turn, and then let it go. Wind up and then let it go.
So the more momentum I create here will help.
Yeah, then automatically you will turn more. So again, feel the motion of the end of the rope. Now, as you do this, intentionally exaggerate the backswing a little bit. So, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh.
Okay.
Exaggerate Vijay will give you more time. So you are controlling the rhythm. Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh, Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh. So that's the key. So with the Vijay, you have good wind up. So your goal in the backswing is just to have good wind up and coiling instead of worrying about the downswing.
Right. But it's starting with this leg not. I got to push into this leg in and have this leg be able to stand up longer.
Yeah. When you have good up and down feel here, that means you're using the legs to control the overall rhythm here. So in order to have a Vijay exaggeration here, then you push the ground with the right leg more. Ooh, here. Vijay. So you cannot have enough time here if your leg is not allowing you to do that.
Okay.
So in order to have a Vijay here, you're pushing the ground. Here. And then Vijay, and then going down. Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh. So for the exaggeration, right leg has to push the ground more. Yeah. So in order to increase the effort, then that's kind of the backswing.
Yes.
The Vijay and the automatic downswing will be best enough.
Right.
That's the idea. Okay. So let me record this one more time.
Okay.
So have a good right leg action and have a good wind up in the backswing. Vijay, Vijay, sing. Right push, let it go. 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 Okay. Yes. So that's the rhythmic motion.
Right.
So the rope swing is really good for that. And then because with the rope swing you cannot manipulate this.
Right.
So you have to guide it correctly.
Which is probably why it's easier for me to keep it on the plane because.
Yeah. So your body starts guiding it correctly, then everything goes smoothly here. But if you do something incorrectly, then the rope motion is affected by it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where it's hitting on the back.
Vijay, sing. Right push, let it go. 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 Okay. So keep dancing like this. If you keep dancing like this and engage your body more, then we're the same age, 61, but still you will be able to generate good speed.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I have, but I just the effort level was in the wrong places.
So particularly the rhythmic motion means that your body already know when something will happen. Because when you have rhythmic motion, then you can predict the motion.
Right.
Then your body can prepare for this beforehand.
Right.
So, and then
that's what continues.
Yeah. Also, you know how to activate the muscles now. With the rhythmic motion, you will just activate the muscles when they are necessary, when they are required. Then activate those. But then you eliminate a lot of unnecessary co-activation. So the muscles acting, muscles attached to a given joint. There are two groups of muscles that are creating exactly opposite joint motion.
Right.
Then when you don't have this fundamental rhythm, then sometimes you have a lot of co-activations. So when these the two muscle groups are activated at the same time, you just waste a lot of energy.
Right.
But when you have rhythmic motion, you know when you accelerate and then decelerate and accelerate and decelerate. So dynamic motion means that you have acceleration, deceleration repeating. So in one given direction, you have an initial acceleration and a deceleration, acceleration and deceleration. And then during this deceleration and this acceleration, the same muscle is used.
Okay.
During this deceleration and then acceleration here, the same muscles are used. So you know when to fire the muscles.
Right.
When you have good rhythmic motion. So it's a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
And also, this rhythmic motion promotes something called the stretch shortening cycle. So when the motion is decelerated here, your body is still rotating this way, but in order to decelerate this, the muscles pulling the body this way should be activated.
Okay.
So while the motion is going this way, the muscle is pulling this way, so the muscle gets longer. Muscle is elongated.
Right.
And then when this motion is completed, then when you start this acceleration this way, the same muscle is pulling now. So the same muscle is elongated and then shortened. And this side elongated and shortened.
Right.
It is called the stretch shortening cycle. That's known as the ideal way of using your muscles.
Right.
So when you have rhythm motion, automatically you use the stretch shortening cycle.
Right.
And then you know when to fire the muscles, when to stop.
Right.
So, because you can predict the motion already. So your body is already prepared to do those things.
Right.
And then when we were capturing the data, I was taking pictures. Usually I had a hard time because when you don't have this dominant rhythm here, I cannot read the rhythm from your body. So I don't know when you are going down. Then this camera has a delay. So I have to hit the shutter button at the right time.
Right.
Then it will actually capture the image, certain time later.
Sure.
But when I see this good body rhythm,
predict.
it's easy to predict
Yeah.
and then hit it at the right time. But if I don't see that, then I have to try this initially several times.
Right.
So I can easily figure out whether you have this dominant rhythm by using the body or not.
Right.
And then now this rhythm motion gives you good rhythmic, good rhythm in the coming from the low body.
Right.
So